Grand opening. How are you? How was your day? I hope your day is good. I hope you drunk something. I hope you ate something. I hope your day was beautiful. I hope you at peace. I hope you found truth and clarity in all your situations. Whether if you got support from outside forces or whether you went within. I hope you saw some truth and some clarity. So yeah. So first and foremost, I want to thank you for being here. Remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. So let's get with a prayer, all right? So we want to thank the other room. We want to thank Abba. We want to thank our God. We want to thank Jesus Christ for Him being the sacrifice. We want to thank the Galactic Federation, the Pleiadian Council. We want to thank all of our ancestors. We want to thank the ancestral lineage of the Divine Masters. We seek clarity. We seek truth. We seek honesty. We seek understanding. We ask for protection. We ask for guidance. We have love. We give love. We seek love. Ashe. I mean. So what I got today is the title of this reading is they're pissed beyond measure, right? And the reason why they're pissed beyond measure is several reasons, right? One of the reasons is God is not hearing their prayers. Their prayers is useless. So they're Jesus is here, so they're being forced to go through a confession. They have to confess, they have to repent, right? So today we're going to come out of they have to repent. So hold on. This is what I got. Spirit says they mad because you tell a vision. You tell the vision. You tell what you see that's going on in your energy pertaining to certain people in your life, or that was a part of your life, or that you had to remove yourself from. 207 on the timer. That equals 9. Right? Is that your birth number? Was you born the ninth month, the ninth day? You got 99 problems in a ain't one. Mm-hmm. Spirit says they're mad because you're telling the vision, and you telling the vision is exposing the secrets, right? Um, Spirit says continue what you're doing because others hear you, others believe you, others is starting to put two and two together about these human sacrifices, about how people is out here energy harvesting off of others and blocking people's success, and how they're trying to get in the way of people growing. And they also see in the statistics of the reason why people is having a mental illness moment and why they're being stuck and how come they're not being, provided aid and charity to seek redemption, right? Spirit also said that the people that hear you, that see you, that is watching, they're not listening to the people that they've had an encounter with in similar situations. Um, just know that people is watching for frequencies, body languages, and tones. And then, of course, I turned up because that was inspirational, motivational. At the same time, it was to let us know what was going on in the energy. Right now, they're ticked, they're pissed beyond measure, honey. So my human side was like, okay, and my little John, the East Side Boys voice, yes. So today we're going to come out of Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 19. And we're also going to come out of Luke chapter 9, verse 11. Right? So I want to share something with you. You ready? Hold on, I had to get that. There are approximately 400 years of silence between the last book of the Old Testament, which is the book of Malachi, and the beginning of the New Testament, which is the book of Matthew, often called the intertestamental period or 400 silent years. This period spanned from roughly 400 BC until the birth of Christ, during which no biblical prophets spoke. Why did I type that in there? Because this 444, this spiritual number that God give us, 4444, um, it really holds significance with myself, you know. So we about to read Jeremiah chapter 19. Chapter 14, verse 19. We're going to read verse 22 because 19 and 20 go together. Hast thou utterly rejected Judah? Did you utterly reject the authorities on this land and in spiritual law? Have thou so loathed Zion? Are you comfortable somewhere else? Are you comfortable somewhere where there's no authority? What was they doing in Zion? Okay. Hast thou smitten us? This is what they asking God. God asked them, did they utterly reject Judah? Are they comfortable in Zion? They asked God, did he smitten them? Did he forget them? What happened? They thought they had a connection. And there's no healing for us. They question God and then they complain, right? We look for peace and there is no good, and for the time of healing and behold trouble. In verse 19, they didn't recognize why. They didn't have an understanding on why they wasn't getting heard, right? In verse 20, now they remember. We acknowledge, O Lord, our wickedness and iniquity of our fathers, for we have sinned against thee. Now in verse 20, now they remember. When you, in this life, all of your actions is based off of choices. Am I correct? Whether if you're working out of your head space or your heart, whether if you're working out your higher vibrationals or your low vibrationals, whether if you're being good or demonic, God was pissed right here. These people is pissed. These people in authority, whether if it's your parent, whether if it's a boss, whether if it's a school thing, whether if it's your job, you know what I'm saying? Your partner, your older sibling, somebody of authority is pissed. They so pissed. Their numbers, their anxiety, their blood is boiling out of control. Because they have no way out of their carnage. Let's read Luke chapter 9, verse 11. And the people, when they knew it, followed him, and he received them and spake unto them of the kingdom of God and of healing. what brought me to this is I got two words yesterday: healing and air. HEIR. So you are chosen. You are an heir. You answered the call. You go home for breakfast or for dinner every day with your divine lineage. Am I right? And in your past life, because the Old Testament, it was 400 years between there, right? So in your past life, you didn't have peace. But the people who were narcissists and controlling in your life, these is the people who disturbed your peace. They can't take the consequences of their actions, so they're calling out to God. God is not hearing them. This is right before 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 books before the 400 years of silence. So you know if the seer is revealing things now, some people's generations has been in silence from God for 400 years. And that's why they're so pissed. Because of their actions. They're not protected. They got to withstand it. Jeremiah is 9 books before the New Testament. So, what also stood out to me, the word healing and the word air. And when you're healing, you reach out to God, right? And God intercedes in this time of your life because you're seeking redemption, you're seeking healing. You go to the universe, you manifest it, right? Because you are an heir. Because remember, He chose you when you was in the womb, right? And you answered the call. So nobody's listening to these people. Spirit said that they mad because you telling the vision, because you reclaimed your magic. Yeah, you trusted in the process. Yeah, they facing this karma again. Like I said, those people in the Bible, they was going through karma, and they needed God to answer their prayer, and God wasn't hearing it. At the end of the day, Spirit get tired and fed up with us too, just like us human do. That's why it's always free will. It's a divine emergency, and you are aware of this. Why? How do you know? Because you're sacred, and you're aware of who your inner being is. Yeah, you are part of the divine lineage. So the right channel. It's gonna be more people waking up, and more people is gonna be able to release karma through that divine knowledge without even having to use spell work. What's this, Holy Spirit? What's this, Shiva? What's this karmic release? The end of a cycle, debt prepaid, choose your destiny. Sacred vessel. But somebody that's not sacred is getting karma. You are the answer and be guided to your purpose in the reverse. So somebody is, yeah, somebody's having a transition. That's a miracle spirit said. Somebody's having a transition. So again, what does this transition consist of? The reason why there's a transition is because it was multiple warnings, signs, and synchronicities given in the situation. Folks got communication. Folks got wind. Folks thought they was being sneaky. That's why they're mad, because they getting their piece of the pie, or their pie, or their cake, whatever they was being gluttony about. Yeah, somebody getting karma for messing with a sacred one, for doing the most in the energy when it comes to a sacred one, when it comes to God's chosen. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Cleanse the energy, Spirit. Yeah. Yeah. They saw it because they deceit is seen. Yeah. They getting blessed with that. Yeah, that's the love offer they get. Yeah, this King of Pentacles. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. What's this, Holy Spirit? It's a star out here. So a star called judgment. A star released. A star used their intuition to connect to their roots, to connect to their spiritual ancestors. I'm not talking about your grandparents. I'm talking about the divine lineage. This star used their inner learnings and what they was taught to connect to their roots. And these people is mad. Yeah, they mad at the star because they got judgment. They're not sacred. You don't do things like that. What's this star? Knight of Swords reverse. So it's a star out here with Knight of Swords reverse. So again, so it went back to this one that's not a sacred vessel. It repelled off the star. Whatever it was that they was doing. That's why it's about to be a transmission. A transmission? Yeah, they under judgment for the betrayals that they caused, and they sad about it. Yeah. What's this Knight of Swords? Yeah. It's going in hot. It's going in quick. That's why they mad. Oh, they pissed beyond measure, yo. When I say they pissed beyond measure, that's their fault, ain't it? Yeah. For what they was doing sneaky, what they was trying to cloak themselves doing. That's why yeah, they getting their karma. Yeah. This is a miracle spirit set. Clarify this Eight of Wands. Yeah. They burdened by the spirits. That's the temperance. That's the earth angel. That's peace. They burdened that you got peace. They burdened that you got peace. But remember, you and these people don't make the same choices. You saw the differences in y'all and you moved accordingly, right? It don't take rocket scientists to figure out how a person is not treating you right. After a while, you're just gonna act on what you see. You can't deny it anymore. Am I lying? These people is mad at you because you actually see things for what it is and not what they want it to be. These are your eyes. They're burdened because of the spiritual attacks. They're burdened because you're determined. Clarify this Eight of Wands. Yeah, they confused about this. Yeah, they had a stalemate. Yeah. Again, yesterday I said that they wanted to poke holes in the high priestess boat. Well, look like, and them swords went back. Those six swords was upside down, so it reversed. So Their canoe got the holes in it, and they confused. They confused. I'm not understanding. How are you confused about this? How are you confused about this? I'm not understanding. Who bringing this karma? The light beings. The light beings bringing this karma. That's spirit. It's a miracle. Yeah. You know this through your intuition. Isis is under there. Clarify this two of swords. Yeah. They confused because they couldn't win at all costs. They confused because they got defeated. Yeah. What's this five of swords reverse? Yeah, because you recovered. Again, the scriptures was about healing and about you being an heir. You're going to recover. Just got to remember how to get out the shit. And what's crazy? These be people you trusted. You never thought in a million years that somebody would do this to anybody. Go behind the scenes and play in the energy, do spirit work because you unhappy with your life. That's the part that's awkward. You and then you want to claim mental illness. You made an intention to do this. This was intentional. This is not a mental illness. This is a character. This is an attribute. This is an archetype. Her priestess know this. It's not. It's it's not a mental illness. This was an intentional. This was a choice. You made a choice to set this intention. Did you not think the karma was going to hit you this hard? You were sending out strong shit, wasn't you? Spirit said that's the Ace of Swords fact because that flame just went higher. What's this Four of Swords? So somebody else's, because you couldn't win at all costs and the person recovered swords. Right? You confused why you couldn't win at all costs. You confused about this backfire communication that ricocheted. Right? Yeah. You got the love, you got the tangible offers of judgment. So you got, am I sounding right? Do it make sense? Do it make sense? Yeah. This is justice for this judgment that you're getting. So there's no need for you to be walking around huffing and puffing as if you're going to blow down the house because you're not. You're having a moment and it's not of truth and clarity. What's this? Yeah. This karma bounced back. Yeah. Not only that, the store, the stores got two basins in their hands, pouring one in one water and one in the other water, right? Like just wasting water, right? Or just like free flowing or whatever, right? So they pouring it themselves. And you're mad about that? What's this Knight of Swords reversing this Eight of Wands? That's a success. This store was strong to send this strong shit back. That's a victory. That's a win. Yeah. The strength, the star equals karma. for the ones who did you wrong, didn't hear you when you were trying to plead your case. What's happening to them is it's already happened to you. They did it to you, and that's why they suffer from God. That's why everything went back expeditiously with ambition. During the year of the 10, the ambition. Went hot, smoking, to the strength. You see all that yellow back there? Yeah. Yeah. This friends group got to walk away. And it's coming. Yeah. Because they manifested these tangible things with this work. They manifested this tangible karma. 2606. What's this 2 of swords and this 5 of swords reversed? It's exposed. Yeah. The stalking, the scrying, the spying, the slander, the defamation, the energy work, all that's seen. It's a success. It was a success for you to get the message in to confuse you about you watching. You watched you fail. The worldly watched you fail too. You made a deal with the devil. Yeah, the Queen of Swords exposed you in this new beginning. Yeah, the Queen of Swords did. You know, the intellectual one, the one that's smart, the one that don't do what you do. You mad about that? You mad about somebody else's life? Why aren't you mad about your life? That's the part. That's the amazing part. What's this 4 of swords and this 9 of swords? Yeah, for this demon. Yeah. You get a love offer of ruin, Spirit says. You get a love offer of betrayals, of deceit, of manipulation. And it's going to take you up out of here. Got what I mean? Yes. You got a love offer from the devil, cuz. Ain't that who you partner with? With this work. It's exposed. You made a deal with the devil. And you didn't, that's why you're getting karma. What some people don't realize, we're all God's children, right? Even the devil is still a child of God. Think about that. The devil is still a child of God. No matter if he put in time out, put in the abyss, or whatever the fuck, the deepest, lowest level, wherever his butt at, he's still a child of God. That's why it ended up being a fulfillment. Yeah, you reap what you sow. Yeah, you reap what you sow. For working with the devil, you expose. You reap what you sow. The proposal, reap what you sow. Yeah, even the devil's still a child of God. That's the part that people don't get. Yeah, you close the cycle. You started a new cycle with material, with potential. You close the cycle on anything that ruins, that causes ruins, that is poisonous. Yeah, you made a pact with the universe. You made a pact with God. Yeah, and for your work, God bless you. Yeah, and you fight for your work. Yeah. You're fighting as Empress. 3003, mirroring numbers. What's this 9 of swords and this 10 of swords? That's their forward movement. Again, they made a deal with the devil. And I shuffled it. Only thing different is the sun came up in this. Yeah, they in conflict. Five of Wands. Yeah, that's their forward movement. That's why they pissed. But whose choice was this? Who made the choice to do this? Clarify this Five of Swords reverse. Yeah, Four of Swords. Yeah, they sat back and watched that they couldn't defeat you. That it wasn't no winning when it came to you. They sat back, they confused because they watched you recover as they were doing this shit. That's why they're pissed beyond measure. Yeah. Who they partnered up with them either bound them or they're going to jail. Yeah, because whoever they partnered up with and gave this fishy offer to, they going to jail or they cursed them. Yep. Yep. We one of them special ones. Yeah, we read beyond measure. Yeah, for lying to them, for lying, cheating, and stealing, deceiving them. You out of it. But since they wanted to play in your energy behind the scenes and they wanted to be a tied up part of you, now, oh yeah, you tied to them. You expose everything about them, everything they do. This ain't what they wanted. This is not what they wanted, and this is not what they was. If they was a real high priest or a high priestess, they wouldn't have did this. What's this Six of Wands and this Eight of Wands? This Queen of Wands reversed. It went back on a fire sign. It went back on a weak bitch. This hoe was confused. Cause she dying. She's sick. She confined. Yeah, I'm saying it like they dying, like they watching everything wither away, yo. They see that they don't have the green thumb. Yeah, this is wish fulfillment, Spirit says. Yeah, this is the proposal that they sent out. Yeah, they had an idea to cause illusions about an empress. Yeah, now they call it. What's this? Not a swords reverse and this Six of Wands. Spirit said that's a wish fulfillment. Yeah. For this friends group, for these ones that partied together, for the ones that got together and celebrated over this ritual, called themselves doing a fucking sacrifice. Yeah, now they see that they put their ass on the motherfucking stake. These hoes went to the guillotine thinking that they about to behead somebody and they ass is about to get their head put in the motherfucking sword. In the meat chopper, whatever that thing is you use to drop the blade to cut the head off. Clarify this Two of Swords and this Page of Swords. Yeah. They confused that when it comes to you, because they've been sitting back watching, spying, trying to defame your character, trying to throw bad energy out there, trying to petition things in your name and in your energy, and then they end up getting caught in the abyss. Not realizing that you got access to all levels of hell. So you separated these hoes and you put them in each level where they needed to be, according to the things that they did to you. So these hoes is confused because they were sitting back watching, waiting. They lied on you. They slandered you. They defamed you. They tried to set you up, yo. They mad because of what the deceit, the lying, cheat, all the 10 swords, it's dead. All that shit's dead. They confused. This friends group of Queen of Wands, them is weak bitches. It's 3 of them. That shit's dead. Yeah. Yeah, they was inspired to sacrifice the Empress over illusions. They made a proposal with magic. That shit ended. Their collaborations. Ain't this about something cute? This is what they get, right? Girl, the way you do it got me in a trance. Yeah, nah. This is why they mad. Because it backfired. Guess what? We still in this. What's this 4 of Swords and this 10 of Swords? Yeah, you protected and you see. You protected. Spirit watching you. You protected. But you could see. And you guarded. You vigilant. You defended yourself behind the scenes on some good shit. What's this 4 of Swords and this 10 of Swords? This King of Swords getting laid to rest. Getting laid to rest because they sent out death magic, baneful magic, or if baneful magic, all of it, I don't know because I don't participate in lower vibrational activities. But what I can tell you is they sent out death magic. They sent out stupid spells. They sent out isolation spells. They sent out poverty spells. They sent out spells towards your diet. They sent out spells towards your weight. My question is, why would you go to spirit with this stupid shit? That shows how insecure you are. So they was on all this based off of projections, based off of assumptions. So since they didn't use they brain and they didn't come to a consensus, they didn't take it to their spirit throne, right? They made a decision out of their lower nature. This is why these folks is mad, because they made a deal with the devil. They gotta pay up, and so the devil on their ass, and so he exposed them. And now they mad. They trying to fight the Queen of Pentacles. These Queen of Pentacles is fighting over what they did to a air sign, a Queen of Swords. Yeah. In the future, this authority figure, because that's what we read about in Jeremiah. That's what I was talking about. The ones in authority that did you wrong, they got to go to God. That's why they having that karma on this sacred vessel in the reverse of what they did to you. You chose it, and you answered the call. So everything is the kickstand is down. The kickstand is down. Yeah, this funny business that they was doing. Yeah, the kickstand is down. What's this King of Swords reversing his chariot? Yeah, ruins. Yeah, that's the love offer for this magic, Spirit said. Yeah, you're going to be out of your mind. The love offer for this magic is for you to be mentally ill, mentally disturbed. Again, why wouldn't you think that this isn't mental illness? You need to go heal. Clarify this 4 of Swords and this 10 of Swords. Yeah, over a King of Pentacles. You had this King of Pentacles stalking you. Or you were stalking the King of Pentacles to cause them ruins. You confused, you couldn't cause the King of Pentacles no ruins. You like this love offer you got from the universe with the devil tied to it. You bound yourself. What's this Queen of Wands and this 3 of Cups? Yeah, you sat back and watched what you paid for. You sat back and watched, and you had to watch you receive. Yeah, fishy offer for 10 of Pentacles. Illusions. Fishy offer of illusions. What's this Queen of Wands reversing this Queen of what's this Queen of Wands reversing this 3 of Cups? This your cycle. This is what you're gonna have to endure. This is a success. 6 of Wands is underneath there. This is a success. This is a success. So again, explain why you're mad, because you made these choices. Explain why you're mad. Yeah, this is judgment for this friends group. Yeah, who betrayed the star, who's connected to God. Yeah, with attacks. Huh. Excuse me. Yeah. Y'all sad. I hope your day is good. I hope your day is well. Yeah. So this is just what's in the energy right now, and this is what's going on with them. Like I don't even see you out here. I don't even you're not even out here. This is just what's lingering in your energy because they wanted to play. So you're gonna always have this shit dusting at the hem of your garment, seeking redemption, and you ain't gonna bend over to help it. You gonna continue to step over it. That's the truth. What's this Three of Cups in this World card? Yeah. This Three of Cups and this World card that the attacks is going back on and they got communication. The spirit said that this shit was a success for what they did with the Queen of Wands reverse. They said that this shit was a bad idea that these hoes did. Or if these dudes did. Toxic influences, acting careless, short-sightedness, doomed from the start. They should have, yeah. Now they listening like they need to tighten their game up because they was living a toxic lifestyle that they was, and they realized that they was that they made a connection or a contract, and so they worried about their spiritual well-being, about their longevity. Yeah, they trying to recover. What's this Ten of Wands? I mean, this Ten of Swords and this King of Pentacles. Yeah, you couldn't defeat. Yeah, yeah. Now they paranoid. Yeah, they confused. Their confusion got them paranoid. Hostile environment. They brought this King of Pentacles, a hostile environment, consumed by pressure, feeling lost and lonely in crowds, unethical debate. But that's what they wanted. That's what they was watching for. Ruins for that. For this person to be consumed by pressure. For this person to be hostile. This was a bad idea. It was doomed from the start. This King of Swords reversed did this, the one that's about to be laid to rest. They worried about it. Because all that shit hitting their ass. Like today's headline. Clarify the King of Swords reversing this Ace of Cups. Talk stupid. Get your head box. I got that S stuff. Bitch, I'm red box. What's this King of Swords reversing this Ace of Cups? Yeah. Yeah. This was their plan. Seeing stuck in the future. Over planning, ignoring present issues, unrealistic expectations, not being in the present. That's what this King of Swords was doing. He was doing this for the future. He was trying to turn your future. Ain't that something? Somebody worried about your life, but their life ain't even. Their life ain't even. They was trying to. They made this bad idea. That's why the shit. That's why they mad because this backfired on them. They made a bad idea. This was a bad idea for them to try to fuck with your mental, and it backfired. Yeah, the choices we make. Now they hear. Now they hear how fresh you are. And they're toxic. You was the freshest thing in their life since cooked crab. Clarify this Chariot and this Ace of Cups. Somebody baking cakes. Shuffle. Yeah. They've been stalking you online. They watch you recover. Or through online. Yeah. They see you celebrating. They low-key want to give you a high five, but you know it's fake. Yeah, so they need to chill because you know it's fake. They don't want you to recover. So they doing teamwork again. That's what they always going to do because they low vibrational. And they worry, as they should be. And this King of Swords reverse and his friends group. Friends group of bitchy bitches. The King of Swords is an intelligent man. He communicates well, but if he's in a reverse, he's a liar. He don't communicate well. He's not smart. He's not a good leader. This Queen of Wands reverse, in the upright, she is a strong, charismatic woman. In the reverse, she's a bitch. She's jealous. She's low confidence. These bitches got low self-esteem. They're low vibrational. You sent out low vibrational things. That's what you getting back. And guess what? Baby, I like your style. What's this chariot in this Ace of Cups? Since you wanted this for God's people, this is what's happened for you. Yeah. Yeah. They have to take responsibility. Yes. Answering their call. Take responsibility, engaging in conversation, provide guidance to others, and answer will come unexpectedly. They're stuck in the future, over planning. This is what they did. And they got their answer. Yes. Remember what I told y'all. And I'm going to say this every time I need to. What you manifest for is coming for you. No matter if you in the light or the dark, yo. What you manifest is coming for you. What you manifest is coming through. You better make sure you nice while you manifesting. You better make sure you manifesting healthy things. Things that'll benefit you in the end. Because the person that you wishing ill will on is going to be good, savory. And you're going to be worried. Look at your mouth. Open. Close it before a fly get in there. Again. This King of Swords reverse. It's getting late to rest and they got hella anxiety about it. They see it's shit. They hearing shit. Because they sent out some strong stuff. Trying to attack you. Bro. And they confused because they sat back and watched. They saw that they couldn't get you spiritually or on the 3D. And they confused. Because you recovered after the whatever. Try to block your profession. Try to block your resources financially. Trying to make you lose out on money. Trying to make you lose out on love. Trying to make you have ill health. Because you will be worried about how you're going to get this and get that and eat. Not realizing none of it affected you. Now, since they was over planning and ignoring their present issues, they had to take responsibility in their karma. What's this four of swords and this King of Pentacles? Yeah. Cheers to you. Express gratitude. Yes, you do express gratitude. Especially now that you know what's up and your status ain't changed. It actually elevated. Yeah. Express gratitude. Offer praise to others. Look at the brighter side. Raise others. Look at the brighter side. Others raising a glass to you. So you got people cheering you on. You got people who support you from afar. Even when you was. Because you survived it. Because you recovered. That makes sense? You know, on the other hand, the person that wished you ill will, the people that you celebrated with, and the persons who joined with them. Everybody getting theirs. It's been a karma release regarding you. Folks is cheering you on because you did the right thing by speaking up. Not to mention, this was a bad idea from where it go, right? They consumed by a hell of pressure. Yeah. And you just letting it be known. Again, if these people would never took the initiative or was inspired to do some lower vibrational things in your frequency, then maybe they wouldn't be here with their head getting about ready to get chopped off on the guillotine. That's the fun thing about spirit. When Jesus gave up the ghost in them 3 hours and the earth was back for them 3 hours from 6 to 9, nobody know what spirit did. It returned everything back. What's this Queen of Wands reversed in this world card? Hi, babe. You okay? Queen of Wands reversed in this world card. They getting a kiss of death. Inevitable fall. Next to doom from the start. Damaging association. Them and they people, whoever they collaborated with, is all guilty. They all going to share this karmic experience. They all going to share droughts. They're all going to share desert lands. They're all going to share bed bugs. They're always going to have roaches. They're always going to have ants in their sugar in the kitchen. It's always going to happen for them. Their floor is going to always be dirty. It's going to always smell like spilled milk in there. Inevitable fail, damaging association, false sense of security. Again, no self-esteem. This Queen of Wands is in reverse in who they celebrated with. Whoever they did make this pact with. That was a success, Spirit said, to knock these hoes down a lot of pegs. Because you in tune. It's because you in tune, it's tea time. Yeah, meow. Yeah, folks hear you intuitive one. Yeah. It's a bad idea because they could get sued. Yeah, you could protest against these people. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's what Spirit is putting in the makings right now to manifest it in the 3D. That you be able to get these people persecuted. Because guess what? Law is not just, right? Not to mention, in every courtroom, it says, in God we trust. If you don't think that the law fuck with seers, yeah, they mad because you could sue them and they know it because they tried to exploit you to try to control you. They remember that, and then they want to apologize to you because everything for them is ending. Ain't this what they manifested? Beastie. They face the endings for the profits that they did. Yeah. For the cultivation, for the conclusion. That's the conclusion. Endings. What Jerry say? Final thoughts? What's answering? So this King of Swords reverse got to take responsibility regardless, right? He answering it. Yeah. Yeah, he answering it. Loss of friends. Indulgence, loneliness. Friends group, gone. Yeah, they trusted that. Trust that, Spirit said. That they losing their friends group. That they losing their support. Trust that, Spirit said. Moving forward. What's this answering? They want you to answer the phone for them too. They want to call you in the future. They think it's the moral thing to do. They want a merit mate. They're gonna have to. How was your day? Pretty good, baby. Okay. Clarify this. Stuck in the future. They're not trusted. In the future, their plans that they overplanned, they went out they again out of place. That they stepped out they lane and they made plans on your life and your situations, right? Ignoring their present issues, setting unrealistic expectations, not being in the present. Moving forward, nobody's gonna trust them because they considered a liar. Yeah, they considered a liar. They considered a shit starter. Yeah. They're not going to be trusted, and they're going to always be seeking support, bro. In the future, this King of Swords is not going to be reversed. In the future, they're going to have to turn to humanness if they want to be redeemed. They're going to, because this person's mental is fucked up for their own actions, not to mention that they're mad about it, but they're not mad at nobody but them fucking selves, because this was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Yeah. Live and learn your worth, huh? And they found out that they were worthy less. Clarify this toasting. You got motherfuckers cheering you on because y'all you recovered. Yeah. Again, that was the destination, that was the plan, that was the goal. Spirit said you were supposed to be celebrated. What's this scary city? Sit back and watch after the ruins that they did. Yeah, they trapped themselves. They trapped themselves. They wanted you to be in a trap, but they confused that they're the ones in the trap. Can you believe it? That knows. They're confused about this trap that they set for themselves. So again, now they know that they pulled their own trigger. They know, they realize that they're the ones who loaded the gun. They realize that they're the one that did the negative self-talk and got themselves in the situation that they're in. Now they realize it, but it's too late because they should have been realized it if they wasn't thinking with their fucking head. If they didn't give up their power a long time ago and start targeting you as if you was tonight's dinner, they've been doing this shit to you for years. Now they got the kiss of death. What's this kiss of death? Yeah, because they got to be haunted by you being responsible. They're haunted by you being responsible about your treasures. Ain't that some stupid shit? They haunted and they bound. They going to jail. Yeah, this professionals. They're considered workplace bullies. Bad idea. I'm Snowseer's sign, insidious, stupid. They couldn't control. Bad idea. They lost control. They lost control as soon as they made this idea. Again, they gave their cross away. They gave their fucking cross away. And you supposed to give a fuck? Let them bitches be mad. Let these people be mad. They're gonna always be where they at. Low vibrational. You don't entertain these people. These people ain't a part of your day. They like to do stupid shit in your energy, so you expose them. Right? Since they want to bully. This is fated. And they sit back and watching it. So they watch you tell it every time. Yeah, and they trying to prey on you. They're praying, they're manifesting that your peace be turned upside down. And that's why everything go right back. Literally. Every time they do it, it don't leave their space. They inhale it. And it's proof. You got proof. They got proof you persevere and that they cursed. They got proof that they lost control and they haunted because you are the jackpot. Since they try to exploit you, they can't get no peace. Again, Jeremiah 14 and 19. They ask God why they can't find no peace. Because of their wickedness. Because of what they did to you. What they did to God's chosen people. These people is fucked. Yeah. It's cut both ways. They gotta go another way because they was in a fantasy. They envy you. Empty conquest. Empty basket. Empty trip. Sufficient funds. Let me get 6, Spirit. Controlling. On top of marionette reverse. Controlling. Needs to be right all the time. Possessive and jealous lover. That's who these 3 of cups is. These Queen of Wands reverse. They're jealous. What's this omnosius? They exposed. Fragile heart. Too open. In danger of heartbreak. They're exposed. What's this trap? Yeah. What's this trap? That's the end. It's over with. You're pretending that it's not ending, but it is. It's time to let go and make a fresh start. They trapped. They was pretending that it wasn't over. That's why they was doing it. That's why they mad. Because it's been over. They've been wasting their time. Negativity. Spirit said it takes 2. What's this goal? One, Spirit. What's this goal? What's the purpose? To demand, to control. Unrealistic expectation. High maintenance, diva. Unrealistic expectation. Again, fantasy. Dream world. What's alliances in the reverse? Yeah, they not trusted. Nobody trusts them. Yeah. Roving eyes in the reverse. They can't even roll their eyes. Keeping possibilities open. They didn't keep possibilities open, obvious first, and disrespectful. Yeah, you not tolerating their disrespect. They can't disrespect you no more. What's this merit making? Because this was childish behavior. Someone has to be the adult in the room, and maybe the terms should be grow up or get out. Moving forward, they're going to have to grow up. Or get out. Because they on the brink of death. 4 swords out here with the 9 of swords and a 10 of swords. So, let them be mad. Right? Your public image, their secret past and public image with this work is starting over, and they crushed about it. About their secret past and how in their new beginnings. They crushed about it. Because you the one, since they wanted to stalk you, you gave them what they was looking for. You prophesied for them their fate. Now, it will be beneficial and conducive for them to go somewhere and drink them some tea, 7-Up, water, coffee, whatever they need to do. Cranberry juice, drink some salt water. Hey, get it done. But they need to they crushed about playing games, about your material, about your work. They crushed. So until next time, let them stay mad. They really mad because you tell a vision and expose their secrets. Exposed. Ending. The spirit is demanding it. They can't roll their eyes because they was being childish. Until next time, I say and be safe. I mean.